Bobo, what is that one?
It's a scratch scratch.
Let me see. Show Papa.
It's a scratch scratch.
Show Papa.
It's a scratch scratch.
A what?
It's a scratch scratch.
Well, it's hard to see us because it's 4:30 in the morning and somebody has been out of the fence since 11 last night up there where we have the game camera. So as you'll see here, he's been there eating a deer feed all night. Anyway, we're going back inside. You think I can toss them all in and make it? No, failed already. Good afternoon. Finally, I think we did something right. The weather is perfect for this manual labor outside. What is it, 60 degrees, I think, maybe?
It's a nice
overcast. There's a nice breeze. And we need to build our garden. So we took all of our sandbags off. We're gonna fold our silage tarp. And we got some weed fabric we're put down. We need to kind of rake out our old beds from last year. Then we're gonna put weed fabric down, and then we can place our beds. And then once we get all that soil out, we'll put the silage tarp over that area. They won't have a garden this year, but I'll have something next year. So we'll just leave the silage tarp there all year. So we'll get, oh, might have been a mouse. So we'll fold this back and get things going. Where do you think?
Go a little bit that way. Right there. I don't know how it's going to work with all the water.
It should pull off, hopefully. I don't see any little mice now. Sorry, Riley.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but Adam's raking out there and it started raining, so I guess the weather's not exactly perfect.
All right, so we got our first landscape fabric out. I know some people were happy last year when we put the garden in that we weren't using landscape fabric, but the weeds are pretty crazy. And instead of using chemicals and that for this, we're just gonna put the landscape fabric down and then we're gonna mulch over top of it. Once we get all the beds in place, you'll never see it and it'll help us big time with the weeds. So that's a 5-ounce landscape fabric. It's one of the thicker ones. We opted for that instead of the 3 so that we don't have to have any issues with weeds growing up through them. So we're gonna skip off the front 5 feet because eventually we're gonna put beds next year probably around the whole perimeter of the garden. So we're gonna go 5 feet in, we'll set our first bed. Then from that bed we'll go 3 feet, set our next bed. From the end of that one, 3 feet, and so on down the line till we get down to the other end. And then once we get our first row, we're gonna end up going 3 feet between the rows, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the next set of beds. So we'll have 2 beds all the way down the first landscape fabric. Okay, you're good, man. And that'll be a perfect overlap. Should be good. We'll just overlap right to the beds there. Part of me wonders if we could take this. The grass can't grow back. Yeah. I mean, it would degrade, but I wonder how much it would degrade if it's not exposed to sunlight, you know.
Yeah. Leah, what are you gonna do?
Swallow.
You gonna pick that one?
Yeah.
It's not a very red one, but that's okay.
Wonderful.
I'm surprised.
I got 2 red ones.
Get the really, really red ones.
Got this one. Maybe go.
I think a bird got to that one. We can give that one to Lucky. Okay?
I will put it on the ground.
Yeah, put it right here. Okay. Pick a really, really good one. A red one.
I gotta put down on the side.
Look, you're missing some red ones. Right there.
I found 2 of them, Papa.
You found 2 strawberries? I bet you found more than that. Make sure you pick the red ones. We'll eat them for dessert tonight. That one's not all the way red. You got all those red ones and you pick one that's partially green.
I won't eat it.
Okay. You like to eat the green ones, huh? All right. All right, so we got these bad boys in place. We're gonna take some cardboard now, line the bottom with cardboard. We don't really have to do this because we don't have to worry about weeds, but we've been saving our cardboard and we're just gonna do it because it'll kind of hold the dirt in and stuff. So line the bottom of these. All right, now keep going.
All right, so this is our first harvest of strawberries this year, although Leah did eat about a dozen of them, so this is what's left that she didn't touch, but not too bad. All right, we got all of the cardboard in, all of the raised beds, and now we're gonna go fill them up with logs and some sticks, put them in the bottom. This is like the Hugo culture method, and come on, Leah. Basically filling up the space in the bottom so that we don't have to put as much soil in there, but also it's going to add a lot of nutrients, break down over time, and so the raised beds will have good nutrients in the bottom. And come on. And so that's what we're going to work on right now.
All right, so all this wood is stuff that we cut down over the last, what, almost 2 years since we've been here. We've been saving it for, I don't know, fire, or I guess this situation. So some of it's starting to break down, and it'll be perfect for the bottom of these beds. I'm not going to use anything that's too big, just because I want it to break down a little bit quicker. But some of these, like this one, is pretty well dried out, so I could use that one. So I'll get this wagon loaded up, and then we'll go put them in those beds. Dang, look at that. Right at the right width. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a lot. Which one are you gonna do? That side? I'll do this one.
Oh, I thought we just worked on the same one together.
There's a cricket. You see it, Bobo?
Yeah.
Look at it. It's in the bed. It's a big cricket. See it climbing up the wall there? Right here.
It's a big spider.
It's a cricket, not a spider.
It's a cricket. It's a cricket, Mama. It's a cricket.
Good morning. It's been almost 2 weeks since you guys last saw us working in the garden. We just been busy with some other stuff and haven't had a chance to get back to it, but we got the hired hands here helping us out, trying to fill up these beds and get this garden planted today, because we're falling behind. We're probably 3 weeks behind what we wanted to have the garden in at. So I got my mom and my brother's fiance is here helping us. They're loading up the beds with soil. My mom got one bed done yesterday and a partial. So they're gonna work on that, and Tina and I first are gonna work on this, which you can't even see, cattle panel. So the first 2 beds we're gonna put a, what's it called?
A trellis.
Trellis.
Yeah.
I was gonna say trestle, but that's not the word. So the first 2 beds we're gonna put a trellis in those for peas and beans and stuff. So we got these little clips. We'll get those installed while they're filling them up, and then we're gonna try to get all the beds filled with dirt and get this thing planted today. Why'd you pick it if you don't want it?
I gotta give it to a chicken.
No, don't go over there because the fence is on. You're gonna get shocked, girlfriend.
I just wanna go give it to the
All right, you can drop.
Drop it?
Well, you want it right there?
Yeah.
Okay, pull it your way. You can drop it.
Where am I doing it?
Push it down in the bed. There.
Hi, Leah.
That's a little bit better. There.
You want me to hold it?
That should be tall enough, huh?
Yeah.
So we'll bury it down a little bit. Grab that side over there
I see
and
that.
put it close to it. We need that first one. There. That gotta come up.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
They're almost a little close together, but they should be okay. We could add a couple more clips if we have to. You got it?
That's in the middle.
All right, so as you saw, we're just kind of screwing these clips, or these little clips that are going over the cattle panels, and then we're just screwing them right into our top 2x4 board. Just burying them a little bit.
I need to go potty. I need to go potty.
Of course you do.
Okay.
That'll go down. More?
What do you think, Bo? You like it?
So like this.
Does it look good? All right, so that's one trellis. The beds are a little close together, but it should work out just fine. And we're gonna put another one on the second bed, and then nothing on the last two. And then hopefully it works. If not, we can always cut the cattle panel down so that the loop's not as bowed out, but we should be okay with this. All right, well, it's later in the day now because we went in for lunch earlier and a thunderstorm rolled in. We actually got quite a bit of rain in a short amount of time. And then it was about, I think the exact measurement was like 254% humidity. So we took a little bit of a break, and now it's evening. I think it's like almost 7. So we're gonna try to get this planted today, like I said we were going to. So we'll kind of show you what we got as we're going, but the first 4 beds are tomatoes. You'll see that we have an egg in there. We heard that if you plant an egg in the hole where your tomato is, it's beneficial, and we are inundated with eggs. So we figured tossing in 36 eggs, we're not really gonna lose anything. So we'll dig out a little hole, crack the egg, put it in there, and we'll put the tomatoes in. We'll rip off the bottom branch, leaves, whatever, so we can get them real nice and deep. And then we got peppers behind, and then we're gonna kind of intermingle some seeds and work in some seeds. So once we get the tomatoes and peppers in, then we'll go through, and Tina's got her seeds and garden plan, and she'll tell you what all that is.
How far down are you going?
Oh, we have no good way to crack the egg.
Yeah, we do.
What? Oh. I totally got yolk all over my hand.
You have nobody to blame but yourself.
Good thing nobody saw it, is it right? Gosh dang it. God, how am I so stupid sometimes? You know what all these are? Oh, these are all Romas, huh?
Those are all Romas, and
Okay.
a lot of these ones are also Romas, and a little bit of San Marzano.
Well, I was just wondering if I needed to keep the tag. If they're all
I
Romas.
think we'll be able to tell once they start growing anyway. So.
Yeah. All right, so that's done. Next up, Tina's putting beans in, green beans. So both sides of this trellis are gonna have green beans. Because I think we were thinking about doing another one of green beans, another row, but we don't have enough. So the other thing is, if you've been with us, a while back I said that Tina started seeds, and then you probably noticed that we have plants that we purchased. So these ones here and those ones there are stuff that we started, and they're quite a bit smaller than the ones that we bought. The reason we had to buy some was because back, I don't know, when was it, a month ago or so, when we had the stomach flu for like 48 hours, 24, 48 hours, whatever it was, and the plants stayed inside. They didn't get sun, they didn't get water, and a lot of them died just from that 48 hours. So unfortunately, we were behind the 8 ball. So we did buy some, and then we restarted some. So these ones have been coming up really well in the last week or so. So they should be fine. We're a little bit late, but we have a little bit longer growing season, I feel like. So anyway, that's the reason that we have some of the store-bought plants, just because, of course, we got sick at a terrible time. So those are green beans. Next we're doing peas, and then I think Tina's gonna do the peas, and then that last bed down there that we didn't do any peppers or anything. So tomatoes, peppers. This bed here, this is gonna be potatoes. So we just bought some potatoes from the store as well, and we'll get those thrown in there. And then I think we have onions that where are the onions going?
Along the edges of the tomatoes.
Okay, so onions along the edges of the tomatoes, and then she's gonna put carrots between the tomatoes. So we're gonna pack these things in, and hope for some good luck. Here, you can see this one here is like, it's really small. So hopefully they do well. They should. Tomatoes like the heat, and it's been a hot spring.
Why?
Because he's dead.
Shoot, I dropped one.
Huh?
I dropped one somewhere.
These are spaced 12 to 15 inches apart. Oh, these are not going to grow.
Why?
Look at them. You want me to try it?
I don't know. Are they all like that?
No, but some of them. There's only 4 of them, so whatever. I'll try it. What's the worst that happens?
I don't have as much in my hand.
All right, so just like that, we're ready. So far, I feel like it looks a little bit better than it did last year, but hopefully these take off. We'll hit them with a little bit of water. It's supposed to rain again tonight, so we'll just give them a little bit, but yeah, our garden is finally in. So with that said, that's where we'll leave this video. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on our next video.
Bye.
I got a cane.
You did.
I just want to put him in there.
Put them in the raised bed, okay? Pick a good spot for them.
I just want down it too. I'm right here. On the way. I gotta put it down in too. Put him in. I just want to put down in two. I just want to put down in two. And this too, and this too. That's better. I just want to put it down over there. And this one. Wait. I got to carry this. This is a squash. I can't.
What is that one?
That's a squash.
A squash?
Yeah. I'm put it right here.
Who gave us that one?
Uncle Mike.
Is Uncle Mike a Sasquatch?
He's stepping on the little nose.
Bobo, what is that one?
It's a squash.
Let me see. Show Papa.
It's a squash.
Show Papa.
It's a squash.
A what?
It's a squash.